Hello guys, welcome to Nemtic channel. My name is Nehemiah, and I'm very much happy to have you on board today. So this is Python programming lesson 13, and I'm very much happy to have you today. So guys, if it's your first time to get into this channel, please take a second or two, click that subscribe and also the like button to support this channel. And to the returning subscribers, I really appreciate you very much. But you can as well like the video so that YouTube may recommend this video to more viewers. Now back to the main topic. We are going to learn about Python if and else condition, as I told you earlier. So first of all, let's understand the Python condition and if statements. So Python supports the usual logical condition from mathematics. Like if you want to equate, we use the two equal signs. For example, let's say A, if you want to equate to something like a B, so you use two equal symbol operators. Two equal, let me try to zoom in so that you can see very well. So guys, if you want to equate, values, you can use the two equal signs to equate. Remember that when you use a single equal sign in Python, it's just like you are assigning a value to a variable. Basically, it's used to assign values to to a variable name. So like if you want to equate, you use two equal sign. Now this is to equate. For example, A equals to B. That is equating. And then if you want to say it's not equal, then you use what? You use this symbol here, an exclamation mark, and then an equal sign. An exclamation, then an equal sign. This is to say that it is not, A is not equal to B. And then if you want to say it's less than, we use the angle brackets. And the angle brackets, guys, we use the less than angle bracket here. So this symbol shows that A is less than B. If you want to say it is greater, we use the angle bracket for greater than. And then now if you want to say that it's less than or equal to, then we are going to use this equal sign. For example, you begin first of all with the less than symbol, angle bracket, then you use the equal sign. Now this is like you are saying that A is less than or equal to B. And then if you want to say for example A is greater than B, then you use this symbol for greater than. And then if you want to say it's greater than or equal to, then I use the angle bracket for greater than, and also the the equal operator here to show that you are equating A to B. So basically these are the conditions that can be used in Python. And so guys, this condition can be used in several ways. So the most commonly, as I told you guys earlier, is the if statements and the loops. Now today we are going to focus mainly on the if keyword. So an if statement is written by using the keyword if keyword. So first of all, let me try to show you an example so that you can understand very well. So I'm going to use a variable here. So the variable name, the first one, I'm going to give it A, and then I'm going to assign to any value. Like let me say A, let me assign A to something like 100, and then B, assigning to a value like let me give it an integer, for example 15. And then let me use now this if condition, and then let me say if B is greater than A, then I guess remember to use this colon. They are called colons, I guess. Then remember that Python is sensitive to indentation, so you need to know that Python considers indentation. Actually, the indentation is the space, the white space between the margin of your text editor, and then to some space, to create some space between the margin and the first character. So if you have written that statement, then you can say print. Now I've said that if B is greater than A, and then print what? Print for example, first of all, let me say 500, not 50. Let me say 500. Then let me say print. Remember, print function is used to execute these codes in our terminal. So let me say print, and then let me say what? Let me say something like let me say b is greater than, actually this small b is greater than, b is greater than a. So now to run this code, guys, you remember we use the run button here, but then you also you can see that we have the shortcut here to run this codes in our terminal. The shortcut is shift plus F10. However, you can click on this fourth tab here, fourth tab in this drop down. You can click on that tab there, and then guys, you're going to click on this file name, which is main, and then it's going to open your terminal here. Let me try to zoom in again so that you can see, and then guys, you can see that b is greater than a. So guys, this is an example of an if statement. So in this example, we use two variables. We have used two variables, a and b, which are used as part of the if statement to test whether b is greater than a. And guys, you can see that as a, for example, a being 100 and then b being 200, then we know that actually b is 500, then a is 100, and then we can see that b is greater than actually 500 is greater than 100. So guys, basically this is how you do it. This is how you can present your if statement, if condition in Python. And perhaps let me try to talk about the indentation in Python. So Python relies on the indentation, as I told you earlier, guys, is the white space at the beginning of a line. Now to define a scope in the code, the other programming language use the curly brackets for this purpose, but remember in Python we use the the indentation. So if statement without indentation will raise an error. Let me try to show you an example here. Let me try to remove this indentation and then be keen on in our terminal. Let me undo, and then guys, I want you to be keen in the terminal. You're going to see that we are going to have an error there. So you can see, guys, we have the indentation here, error, expected and intended block after the if statement in the line 3. So guys, let's try this example here, the elif, the second item on the if condition here. Let's try to talk about the elif. So the elif keyword in Python it's like saying the previous if the previous condition were not true, then try this condition. And let's try also this example, the elif. So let me say something like let me assign a to something like what, let me assign something like 220, then b let me assign it to something like what, like let me say again 20, and then let's say if b is greater than b is greater than a, and then a colon, then a print b is greater than b is greater than a. And then guys, now I want to show you how applicable this elif keyword is used in Python. So let me say now the elif and then let me say a equals to b, a is equals to b, then let me do it, let me say print let me say print what, let me say print a, let me make it a string, let me say a and b are equal. A and b are equal. So to run it, guys, remember the shortcut, which is shift plus F10, and then so guys, remember to add the colon there to close the statement. So after I've closed, now the shortcut to run this codes in our terminal is shift plus F10, and then you can see the terminal have that a and b are equal. So basically this is how elif keyword in Python is used. And then I say that it's like saying if the previous condition are not true, then try this condition. So in this example, guys, we have seen that A is equals to B. So the first condition is not true, but the else condition is true. So we print to the screen that A and B are equal. So let's try to talk about the else keyword in Python. So the else actually else keyword catches anything which is not caught by the preceding condition. And by the way, remember that these else, if, and also the boolean true and false, and some of the keywords are preserved keyword in Python, so you cannot use it as the variable name. You need to know that Python is considers that very, very much. Now let's try to talk about the else keywords. So the else keyword catches anything which is not caught by the preceding condition, as I told you earlier. So let's try this example here, and let me say else, and then let me say what? Let me say print. Let me say print what? Let me say print. Let me say print. A is greater than. A is greater than. Let me say make it great. Actually, let me say 200. Let me say let me say A is greater than B. A is greater than B. And so guys, to print, you remember the shortcut shift plus what? Plus 15, and then I guess to the terminal you can see that A is greater than B. And so guys, in this example you can see that A is greater than B, so the first condition is not true. Also the else condition is not true, so we go by the else condition, and the print to the screen that A is greater than B. So you can also have the else without the else. Now let's try to talk about the shorthand, the shorthand if. So if you have only one statement to execute, you can put it on the same line as if the as the if statement. So let me first of all clear everything here so that I may show you this example here. And so let me say what? Let me say if let me create first of all two variable names here. Let me first of all let me say A, and then assign it to something like 550, or let me say 10, and then B, let me assign it to something like 5, and then let me say now I want to show you now how this shorthand if keyword in Python is applicable. And then let me say if A, and then is greater than if A is greater than B, then a colon, and then let me say print what? Let me say print A is greater than what? B. A is greater than B. So the shortcut to run is shift plus 15, and then I guess you have realized that we have written all codes in a single line here. So in our terminal you can see that it still prints A is greater than B. So this is now the shorthand in Python. So let's try also another. So this technique is known as the ternary operator, or the conditional expression. You can also have multiple else statement on the same line, but I don't want to go into details. So let's try to talk about the AND, the AND keyword. So the AND keyword is a logical operator, and is used to combine a conditional statement. So let me clear first of all everything so that I may begin with you. So let me say A equals to, actually is not equal, I'm just assigning to a value to an integer, like A is equals to let me say 100, any value, actually any value, you can use any value on your end. So let me say B, then let me give it something like a 50, or 50, and then C, I can give it something like let me give it even 200, any value. And then I guess let me say if I'm using the shorthand here, if A and then is greater than B, and C is greater than A, and then I do what? Print print what? Print. Remember guys, to end with a colon. Yeah, remember to end, to close a a statement with a colon. And then let me say print, and then I'm using a string. Let me say both conditions are what? Are true. So shift plus what? Plus F10. And then I can see here at the terminal the answer, the value there, that both conditions are true. Both conditions here should be all. Both conditions are true. So this is now how you can use the AND keyword in Python. So let's try also the OR keyword. So the OR keyword is a logical operator, just like the AND, and it's used to combine the conditional statements. And let's try this example here. So instead of AND, let me use the OR here. Let me say OR. And then here let me change this string to be what? Let me say at least one of the condition is true. At least one of the condition is true. So shift plus F10 to run, and then I guess you can see at the terminal that the answer, at least one of the condition is true. Basically, the OR keyword is a logical operator and is used to combine logical statements. Let's talk about the nested if. So you can have if statement inside the if statement. This condition is nested if a statement. Let's try this example, and let me clear everything so that perhaps someone can understand. So let me say, for example, let me use x this time. Let me say x and assign it to something like to this value. Let me say 41, and then let me say if x is greater than 10, and then you close a statement with a colon, full colon. Then let me say print above 10, and then do what? Comma, and then let me say also another if. Let me create another if again. So let me say if x is greater than 20, and it's greater than 20, then a colon, close, and then let me say print let me say print and also above 20, and then also the last condition here, the keyword, the else keyword. Let me say else. Let me use the small letters. So let me say else. Print. Let me say print. Then I use this thing here, but not above what? But not above 20. But not above what? But not above 20. So let me do it. Let me run it. So shift plus F10, and then I can see that it's above 10 and also above 20. So guys, thank you so much for your time. I think you've gained something in this video. So if you find that the video has been of help to you, please consider subscribing. Also like the video so that YouTube may recommend this video to more viewers, and also share it to your friend. And until next time, goodbye.